This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel, double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button, make sure it's working properly. But you might have to actually put my name in the search bar because they are suppressing the channel. They are shadow banning the channel. You have to actually go look for my videos now because they are terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. It's absolutely crazy, but you know what it tells me? It tells me that we are moving in the right direction if they are allocating a lot more resources to keep the channel down. Anyway, listen, these bad actors are manipulating GameStop. Everybody knows what they're doing. And the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are sitting on the sidelines while this crime happens on their watch. You see institutions going long on GME. You see retail investors going long on GME. Everybody's buying up the stock, but somehow the price is going down. Okay, and we all know what they're doing. They're creating counterfeit shares. They're sending the FTDs overseas. All the buy orders are being routed to the dark pools, so there's no buying pressure. And then when there's not enough sell orders, they just create them. They spoof them. They spoof sell orders at reduced prices to push the price down. And the thing is this, they're not hiding what they're doing. Everybody can see what they're doing. The thing is, our regulatory agencies and our law enforcement agencies are refusing to do their job and enforce the rules of the market. The fraud and corruption in the play is overwhelming at this point. It is obvious. When I tell you obvious what's going on in the play, it is obvious. You can just look at the numbers. Yet nobody who has any power to stop it is willing to do anything about it, okay? Because these criminals, these bad actors, they own the SEC, they own the DOJ, they own the FBI, and they don't even have to hide their corruption anymore. They can do it in broad daylight because nobody's holding them accountable. Anyway, here are the GME numbers. They're reporting a volume of 5,932,481. You know those numbers mean absolutely nothing because they can just create counterfeit shares, millions of them every single day, and nobody will even ask them where did they get those shares from. They're still claiming 26.78% of the float is DRS, but you guys know that means absolutely nothing. The float could have 150% DRS, and they would still find counterfeit shares every single day, and the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI will continue practicing willful blindness to the overwhelming fraud and corruption. Okay? And 29.1% of that volume was shorted shares, so somehow they found 1,700,000 GME shares to short into the market and manipulate the price, yet nobody wants to ask them where did they get these shares from. It's absolutely crazy what's going on. Anybody that claims that there's no fraud and corruption in the play just doesn't want to admit that there's fraud and corruption in the play. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Helen Keller can see the fraud and corruption in the play. The short exempt crashed to 1,342, which really means absolutely nothing because they do what they want, and when they want to push the days to cover down, they just send the FTDs overseas. So they're no longer calculated into the equation. Okay? They're claiming they can cover all their GME short positions in 3.27 trading days. If they could, they would have exited the play. GME is a dangerous play for these bad actors. And when it runs, they're going to be running to bankruptcy court or running to Congress asking for a bailout. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you think these bad actors can create millions of counterfeit GME shares every single day, yet the SEC, the DOJ, FBI refuses to ask them where did they get those shares from? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.